A lot of people, I think, don't know what watering really is. They complain that they've had a plant die and they've been watering it every day. They feel that it must have some disease or some terrible problem. But the question that I ask is, were they really watering it? Let's make a definition for watering. A lot of people would say that if you turn the tap on and point the hose at a plant, you've watered the plant. But how I define watering is delivering enough water in the right method, the right way, at the right time, so that the plant has more than adequate moisture and can flourish. So it's not just a matter of keeping the plant alive. What you have to do, you must deliver the water at the right time. You can't have the plant completely run out of water and sit in the hot sun for hours with no water. Most plants will enjoy the hot summer heat, but they need adequate water to be able to live and flourish in the heat. Say a plant's dried out really badly, the first thing you do is you'd wet the leaves. So you wet the leaves like that, and then you'd give it a fairly quick water like that. You give it a fairly quick water, and then you'd go off and you'd leave it for half an hour, and you'd come back and you'd give it a really good water. So you give it a really good water, and if it was terribly dry, you might wet the leaves again, leave it for another half hour, and come back and give it another big water. If you just stand there and give it a mountain of water, it won't go in properly. You could have stood there for an hour and put water on them. It may not have had the result of watering them every half an hour for the rest of the day. So plants, given enough heat and moisture, will grow fabulously if they're properly watered. When you do that, you really got to look at how you're watering, at the equipment that you're using. Like I'm using this really good 3/4 inch hose and this special rosette here, and it's delivering a fabulous amount of water very softly and gently. And I'm not sort of just standing here with the hose, but I'm giving it a bit of water and I'm moving along and I'm going up and down on this garden bed. And what I'll do is I'll swing over to this other side now, and I'll give this a good water, and I'll water the rest of the garden, and then I might come back and water that side of it again. And the other thing is, when I'm watering, I tend to focus on the edges and the corners. Most people concentrate their watering in the middle, and the edges and corners miss out, and that's where they lose plants. So here we are, right in the corner. That's the sort of spot where people could easily forget and give this plant a really good soak. Let's concentrate here along the edges, like you see along the edges here. And what happens, by the time you've done the edges and the corners thoroughly, the middles tend to look after themselves. So in conclusion, watering is having your plant flourish by delivering, firstly, water at the right time. Don't wait till it's dead or dying. Deliver an adequate amount of water in the proper way and with the best piece of equipment. Concentrate on the edges and the corners so that you're really delivering the volume in an appropriate way. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. This is the best advanced weeping cherry you'll ever see. Last week, I auctioned a $1,290 beautiful red weeping maple with a 10-cent reserve, and it went off for under $400. Now this week, we've got the best advanced weeping cherry you'll ever see. Fabulous white blossom, and I'm going to auction it this Friday at the Grow Deck Flash Sale with a reserve of just 10 cents. Who knows what it's going to go for? It could go for $100, it could go for $50, $10, or maybe just 50 cents. Who knows? But you can join me this Friday at 12 o'clock at the Grow Deck Flash Sale, and you can bid on this at a reserve of 10 cents. Join me. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Get a $30 gardenia for free, for free, for free. Here's the best ever online plant buying deal. When you spend over $100, you get a $30 gardenia for free. This magnificent Gardenia Magnifica, one of the most beautiful gardenias of all, with big luscious green foliage, giant white, beautifully fragrant flowers. You can grow them in a pot, grow them in the garden. Spend over $100 this week online and get a free Gardenia Magnifica. Wow! It's our summer deals, baby. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. It's time for our summer deals, baby. This is what you've been waiting for. We're putting on our best summer deals ever. Now, if you come in store and you spend over $299, you get your choice of a $100 Gardenia Magnifica, a beautiful $100 6-foot Japanese maple, or, unbelievable, this 6-foot Chinese ginkgo tree. But if you come in and spend over $399, you get a $150 weeping cherry, or you get 16-inch pot English box ball or English box cone valued at $150. But there's more. When you spend over $999, you get a $399 teddy bear magnolia. That's right, a beautiful advanced teddy bear magnolia, your choice, or an advanced Senkaku maple. That's the one with the beautiful red stems and a fabulous pink and orange autumn colour. Here, look, it's nearly 8 foot tall. So get down to Hello Hello and take advantage of our amazing summer deals, baby. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Hi, this is Michelle. I got up early yesterday morning and I drove around and I was looking for a garden that was a nice garden that was drying out badly, and I found Michelle's garden. Now what's happened is that Michelle has agreed to let me show her a little bit about watering. Do you know that plants well watered will flourish in the heat? So what we want to do is we want to get Michelle's garden flourishing in the heat, and we might even come back in a couple of weeks and see how it is flourishing. But right now, this is what you should do. I was looking for indicators, something like your lily pilly here could be quite dry, but it won't communicate it, but your roses do. Have a look here, and you see these yellow leaves, and they weren't dying or anything, and that's the thing, is that you want to get to your watering before things are dying. And then your birch is a great indicator. Your birch is very shallow rooted. Some of these leaves shriveled and burnt, and there's lots and lots of yellow leaves. On the other hand, you've got your ornamental pears here. Now your ornamental pears, they are very deep rooted, and they're probably dry, but they're not telling you they're dry. So what it is, within any garden, you'll find that you've got your indicator plants, and you can use those plants to tell us when you're dry. And basically, I think your whole garden is a bit dry. And what we're going to do is have a look how you can wet it. Now, first of all, this is your main piece of watering equipment, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. These guns don't put out enough water, and this is going to take a long time to water the garden, and it doesn't have a particularly good jet. So you didn't want to spend any money, but you wanted to improve your watering, and we'll show you how it works. Basically, you get rid of your gun, and you use your finger like that instead of the gun, and you're actually putting out 2 to 3 times as much water. But then I'm going to show you the ultimate thing, is that we've changed your hose from a 1/2 inch hose to a 3/4 inch hose. This is a special head that we get from America. It was designed to put out a high volume of water very, very gently. It was the brief was to make it fall as soft as rain, nice gentle rain. And so it doesn't wash the dirt, it doesn't knock your flowers around or anything like that. But have a go of that. And you're putting out 7 times as much water when you're using just your gun with a 1/2 inch hose.
Cuts down my watering time.
And really improve the effectiveness of your watering. So here we are. To fill this bucket, it's only 21 seconds. Now we're using the same tap, the same water supply, the same pressure, the same everything. The difference is that if you're out here using this gun, you're going to take 1 minute, 45 seconds to put out 10 litres of water. And if you're using this one here, you're going to take 21 seconds to put out 10 litres. And the only thing wrong with it is once you've used it, you'll want to throw your gun in the rubbish and you'll never want to use it again. And it feels good to water with it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually. It's really nice.
So that birch, I'd say it's dried out terribly, right? The next thing I'm going to show you is soil wetter.
Yep.
With that birch there, I would put some soil wetter on it and I'd give it a really good soak every day for the next week. And then once you've got the water down nice and deep, then you'd only water it every couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you've got a really dried out garden, like looking at these coprosmas here, they're miserably dry. What you do, this is soil wetter. It's an agricultural detergent. Hello. Welcome to the Bogan Grower Direct Flash Sale. Now what's happening is we want people to get a Bogan in their life. That's a Bougainvillea, that is. And what it is, Bougainvilleas have been terribly hard to get, really hard to get. And we've got a range of 10 different varieties of Bougainvillea, beautiful big healthy 8-inch pots. You'll see them shortly. And we thought we'd celebrate by having a Bogan sale. And we've got a Bogan gorilla here and a Bogan nurseryman. So there we are, Bogan gorilla, Bogan nurseryman, and it's our Bogan Grower Direct Flash Sale. Now what happens here at this flash sale, first of all we're going to have an auction, and the auction goes off at 12:30. We have our auction. And we've got this magnificent weeping cherry here. Look at this beautiful weeping cherry here. The best weeping cherry you've ever seen. If you came into store to buy one of these, they're $699. Beautiful thick trunk, fabulous cascading foliage. It's in about a 150 litre pot. So beautiful big one. Best one you'd ever find anywhere. The perfect centerpiece for a classy front yard. And we're going to auction it with a reserve of 10 cents. So 10 cent reserve. And last week we auctioned a beautiful red weaving maple valued at $1,299, and it went off for under 400 bucks. I think it was 389 or something like that. So under $400. So the chap who bought it saved himself over $800. So here, you never know. This could go for 100 bucks. It could go for 50 bucks. It could go for 10 bucks. It could go for $1.50. You just don't know. So we'll give you some instructions on the auction shortly. But the best part of today is we're going to show you our Bougainvilleas, and then we're going to take you through a range of about another 90 specials. And you're going to have fruit trees, you're going to have ground covers, you're going to have ornamental trees, palm trees, hydrangeas, you're going to have strawberries, all sorts of things. So you could do, and the idea is we've gone out to the growers, we've got some really good deals from the growers, and we're bringing them direct to you guys, and we've designed it so that a person can actually come in and do their whole garden project at our Grower Direct Flash Sale. And this Grower Direct Flash Sale, these items, we put them up now and they'll be available to next Friday lunchtime. So you've got a week to buy them or until they're sold out. And then we do free delivery. If you spend over $399, we've got free delivery over most of Victoria. You can see our delivery chart there, but you know, out to Seymour, up to Shepparton, out to Ballarat, Bendigo, down to the Surf Coast, out to Traralgon. Very big area. You've got free delivery over most of the really habitated parts of Victoria. You've got free delivery when you spend over $399. So you can put this you put your project together on sale, you know, right now. And if you go to this page here, you can see all the items we've got for sale and all the prices and that. And there's some really big savings. Plus there's things that are really hard to get hold of, like, you know, like beautiful Frangipanis, Bougainvilleas, all that sort of stuff. So there's some great bargains. There's some stuff that's hard to get hold of. So let's get started and get our first special.
We should probably mention the auction starts at 12:30 as well.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Auction at 12:30.
Yep.
Now here's you got your Firefly. Give them a close up look at that lovely little red flowers. Firefly, 8-inch pot, and it is $45.99. So $45.99, and that's really a good price for that. Now these are grown in Victoria. All these Bougainvilleas are grown in Victoria, so they're not shipped down from the tropics and sort of in trouble because of our climate down here. These are Victorian grown, and they're $45.99. Now let's have a look at the next one, the Bougainvillea Jazzi. Jazzi, beautiful bright cerise pink, lovely hint of mauve in it, and Jazzi $45.99. And this is, you can see, it's a lovely bushy strong grower and grown here in Victoria, $45.99. If you want to get some colourful bougainvilleas, now bougainvilleas, you can use them to cover a wall, you can grow them over a pergola, grow them up a pole, grow them on the veranda. There's lots and lots of applications for bougainvillea, and we've got lots of beautiful colours here today. And they're all Victorian grown. So let's look at the next one there. So that one there, lovely bright sort of cerise pink. Now
yeah,
here
if you want
we've
to purchase
got
any of these products, you can head over to hellohelloplants.com.au right now and go to the Growers Direct Flash Sale page where you can find all of these beautiful bougainvilleas.
Now here you've got Traillii. Now Traillii is that purple one that you see all over Melbourne in springtime. And Traillii, you can see it's bigger than all the rest that we've got, because Traillii is the strongest and best grower in Victoria, and it'll grow really, really big. So, and it has a beautiful purple flower. That's your, what?
Magic.
Oh, Magic?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay, so there we are. Bambino Magik, which is a sort of a pinky mauvey colour. And you can see it's a really good, strong grower.
Beautiful.
So, and $45.99, lovely big bougainvillea. You can see that's going to grow quickly over your pergola. Now here's the Traillii. Now look what a lush, beautiful grower this one here is. Traillii really, really grows. This has the, show them the label, it has a beautiful purple, but if you live out in sort of frosty old country and you're worried about growing them, Traillii is your safe bet. I've seen them growing in you know, country areas with lots of frost, places like Seymour and things like that, people have beautiful Traillii, and Traillii are really good strong grower in Victoria, and nice big 8-inch pot Traillii, a little bit cheaper than the rest, $41.99. Now here's a beautiful strong grower. This one here is Mahatma Ghandi. Mahatma Ghandi, show them the label. Beautiful colour for the Mahatma Ghandi. So Mahatma Ghandi again, $41.99. So $41.99 Mahatma Ghandi, a beautiful, strong growing and very vibrant sort of mauvey pinky colour. Now here's a lovely variegated one, and this has a kind of an orangey flower, but look at the show, give them a close up of those leaves, beautiful flowers, and then show them the label, and this is called Miski. So Miski, $45.99, beautiful foliage, lovely orange flowers, and a very bushy, not too monstrous grower. So Mishiki, and $45.99.
Alright guys, welcome to our Grows Direct flash sale. If you're wondering what this is all about, it's our Bogan flash sale. We're looking at Bougainvilleas right now. Chris, maybe you just want to tell them what a Bogan is. Like, you might have viewers that don't even know what a Bogan is.
Okay, a Bogan is, well, people used to talk about people being Bogans years ago, and your Bogan is a kind of a guy who's got simple taste in life. He likes a singlet, he likes to wear a singlet, he likes to a stubby of beer will keep him real happy. So he's a guy with your simpler taste in life. You know, the beer, the singlet, taking it easy, loves a bit of sport, loves the sport. Probably a little bit left wing, but he didn't know really. He was sort of left wing without really knowing what the left wing was. And so that's
like a labour type of man.
Yeah, sort of you
hard working.
Yeah, hard work. Well, not really that hard. Frequently unemployed. Yeah, frequently unemployed.
That's probably, yeah, it's a better example. Yeah,
frequently unemployed, likes to relax a lot, loves a beer or three, and likes to get about in a singlet, and you know, fairly casual dresser, but very proud of this haircut here is called a mullet, and he's very proud of his mullet.
Nikki says works only for beer. So they might do a job for a slab of beer or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, or you do anything for a slab of beer.
Yeah, that's it.
So here we are. We've got Scarlet O'Hara. Scarlet O'Hara is a beautiful, clean red, a lovely, strong red, beautiful red. And Scarlet O'Hara is just $41.99, and that's one of the most popular ones of all because it's a lovely, bright, clear, clean, crisp red, and a good, strong grower. Now we've got Tango. Tango is a sort of a pale pink with a bit of orange in it. A kind of a nice, interesting one. Good, strong grower. So Tango is just $41.99. Now Zulu is a more compact grower. Lovely, rich purple foliage. Nice, compact one. If you wanted to grow one in a pot or have, you know, like one out in the balcony, not too big, your Zulu would be a good investment. So Zulu is $45.99, and if you had a compact one in the pot or a compact one in the garden, beautiful vibrant purple flowers, go for Zulu, just $45.99. And that's the end of our Bougainvilleas.
Can you do a Bogan dance at all, or?
How do Bogans dance?
I don't know. That's what we need to find out.
I'm sure if you showed me how to dance, I think it's sort of I think I might naturally dance like a Bogan, sort of.
Don't do the full thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're just going to play a little game on here.
Okay, so here we've got Arthropodium. This is your New Zealand rock lily. In springtime, this has beautiful sprays of white flowers. It has a really lovely modern look at what it likes. It likes morning sun, afternoon shade, or dappled shade, or complete shade. It likes plenty of moisture, and it hates the hot afternoon sun. But beautiful, big, wide, strappy foliage, very, very modern looking, and fabulous sprays of white flowers in springtime. And they can be a bit expensive and a bit hard to get. These lovely big ones here are just $12.99. So $12.99 for your Matapuri Bay New Zealand rock lily.
Hey, we've got a question. What's the best hanging baskets for a bougainvillea?
the best Bougainvillea for a hanging basket.
Yeah, both. Yeah, sorry.
I reckon that Zulu would be the one that you could keep, or the variegated one. Yeah, like if you
Zulu.
Let's just quickly show them the variegated and the Zulu.
There's the Zulu on there.
Yeah, and
back screen.
So either of these, you need a nice big hanging basket, but either of these ones here would be great for your hanging basket. They're both bushy, smaller growers. This has beautiful foliage. That's very, very compact and bushy with lovely purple flowers. So I would go for one of those.
Those ones, yeah.
In my basket.
All right, there you go, Jay. That's for you.
Yeah, now English box. We have the best prices on English box, and the thing is, sometimes when people sell cheap English box, they're a bit scungy, but these are beautiful. These are the best English box you'll buy anywhere, and these English box are just $4.99. So $4.99 for English box, $4.99. And so English box is something I plant them when I'm doing a hedge. I plant them at the rate of 5 per metre, and you know, you can easily find yourself needing 50 or 100 to do a decent size hedge. So if you're wanting to do a decent size hedge, this is the way to go. A good size. Now, if you put these in 5 to the metre, look after them for a year. In 1 year, you'll have that perfect nice little English box hedge. So people say it takes forever, but start with a good plant like this. 12 months, you'll have a beautiful little hedge. English box, just $4.99.
Yeah, and welcome to our Bogan Growers Direct Flash Sale. If you've just joined us, we're about to go into our auction of that beautiful weeping cherry there behind Chris.
Now here, what's very popular at the moment, people put them in pots, they put them in the garden. It's your English box ball. So your English box ball, beautiful, low maintenance. You only have to trim it a couple of times a year. A beautiful, low maintenance, attractive green, lush topiary. Grow it in the shade, grow it in the sun. Very, very versatile. Make a little composition of 3 or 4 or 5 of them and make your garden look really, really smart. And normally they cost hundreds of dollars each. We've got these lovely big ones here for $159.99.
Oh, nice. Flower
now,
too.
Here we've got your enduring summer, and this is a beautiful. When I first saw one of these in somebody's garden, it was about 1.2 metres tall, about 1 metre wide, and it was just covered in red flowers. We made a beautiful video about it. It was very, very popular, and they have a lovely purpley twang in the foliage. So you've got a bit of that purpley twang in the foliage. So really nice foliage, beautiful red flowers, and we've got great big ones here, nice and cheap. We've got enduring summer, just $129.99 for an advanced one. And this advanced one is covered in flower buds. It's about to put on a really good show. And then we've got them in the 8-inch pot, they're just $29.99. Really a good size plant for $29.99. Look at that there, isn't that fabulous? $29.99, enduring summer. Now you thought you couldn't fit a Lagostroma in your garden, you can.
That one's the perfect size for a smallish area, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you get that beautiful crepe metal look. Right, all of these items are available online right now at these prices. Limited quantities do apply. It is our Growers Direct Flash Sale.
Nice big tractor seats, the trendiest plant around, and a nice big tractor seat round the traps. They're always $50-$60, right? But we've got nice big tractor seats for the same price as people sell little tiny tractor seats for. These are just $19.99, so $19.99. Tractor seats, grow them in the morning sun, afternoon shade, or the dapple shade or the deep shade. Don't grow them in the hot afternoon sun, they'll go. So don't do that. So tractor seats, $19.99 for a nice big one. Look at that, nice big tractor seat, $19.99.
Beautiful. All right, welcome to our Growers Direct Flash Sale, where we're going to kick off an auction in about 8 minutes.
8-inch pot loropetalums are normally, most stores, they're around the $40 mark. But we've got the purple prints, and we've got the purple prints for $24.99. Now what's good about the purple prints, good strong purple colour, but what's best is it's a fast, strong growing one, and you can grow it. I was talking to one chap the other day, and he told me that his purple prints, he's got them up this high. So if you want to have a nice hedge, if you want to have a nice tall hedge or a nice hedge, get yourself the purple prints. So the purple prints
How tall a hedge would you get?
Oh, you could grow a 1.6, 1.8 metre hedge with this one here.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So great for a hedge, trimmed up, beautiful purple hedge. Fabulous pink spidery flowers in springtime, so really nice flowers in springtime, lovely purple hedge.
We got a question, how much is a mini jacaranda tree?
The mini jacarandas right now are $149.99.
$149.99, okay.
$149.99. So, and they're grafted. They're called bonsai blues, beautiful, healthy, strong specimens.
They're really beautiful, yeah, that's it.
Right, okay, so now we've got the Moonbay Nandina. And the Moonbay Nandina's beautiful, big, strong plants. We're giving them away for $6.99.
Beautiful. It's all part of the
$6.99. Now, Moonbay are low maintenance. Plant them around your shop, your factory, your farm. Stick them on your rental property. They're cheap, they're tough. They grow about 45 high, 45 wide. And in winter, they turn to beautiful oranges and reds. You get a lot of lovely colour of them in winter. So, and Moonbay Nandina is tough as anything. You can't kill them. Like, put them in your rental, they'll just grow. You don't have to worry about them. And they're lovely, versatile plants. And they are just $6.99. $6.99 for a very respectable Moonbay Nandina.
Jimmy asked, do you think the English box standard tree would handle regional WA climate?
No, I reckon you could do better with a standard ficus or some other hardier plant.
Okay, and Leonard Wong says hello.
G'day, Leonard.
There you go.
Okay, so Leonard's probably lining up this cherry
Maybe
here.
He wants to get back into the auction
Going to go for the auction like this. We've got this big cherry going off today. It's a $700 cherry, a $699 cherry, and it's going to go off. It's going to go off for, well, we're putting it up for auction with a 10-cent reserve. We don't know what it's going to. It could go for $100. It could go for
Leonard's
$50.
Going for it, yeah.
It could go for $10. It could go for $1.75.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is a longish auction too, so we're going from $12.30 to $1.50.
Yeah.
$5 increments.
Yeah, and we're going to knock it down. I don't care if it only gets to 35 cents. I'll be knocking it down like that at the end of the auction.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Going once, going twice, going 3 times, bango, 35 cents, out it goes.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds excellent.
So here we've got the standard lily pilly. Now a nice big bushy one like this, you would expect to pay $50 for something like this, but it's not $50. It's not $30. It's $26.99. So $26.99. Now a lot of people have been coming in here and they've been looking for big bushy stuff cheap because they're putting their house on the market. Here it is, $26.99, putting your house on the market. Put 4 of them out the front, you probably lift the value by $50,000. So there we are, $26.99, nice big bushy standard lily pillies. Now here we've got the variegated society garlic. Now if you want a beautiful border that looks good all year round because you've got beautiful stripy leaves, then mauve flowers. The stripy leaves last you all year and the mauve flowers last you for 6 months of the year, and they grow and spread. You plant them 25-30 centimetres apart, and in a year or so they'll fill up and bush up and cover the whole area and make a beautiful border. And you really don't have to trim it. You might trim it once a year to get rid of the dead flowers, but really very, very low maintenance. And these are reduced from $15 to $9. So $9 gets you a really respectable, nice variegated society garlic.
And what is, we've got a question, what is the cost of delivery, but it doesn't say where to, so it's a bit tricky to answer. So you can maybe give some
okay, what we do is we do from Traralgon to Ballarat and from down the surf coast right up to Bendigo.
Oh, they've said
right
Sydney.
Out to Shepparton. Sydney, well,
bit different. You give us a call, I think.
Yeah,
Sydney,
give us a call, work out what you need. Sydney's a bit awkward, but over most of Victoria you've got free delivery.
Yeah, 03.
We spent over $399.
Give us a call on 039359 3331 and one of our sales staff will be able to help you out there with your query on the delivery.
So you might explain what's going on. People are looking at this crazy
Bogan Growers Direct flash sale because we have a heap of bougainvilleas which you can purchase through this sale.
Yeah, and if you went to this here, you could see those bougainvilleas.
Yeah, if you go to our, I'll just see if I can show you on the screen, and you click on that QR code, will take you to this page here. we got the Bogan Growers Direct flash sale. I'm not sure if you can see it on the TV screen there, but all of the items. We've got the auction here about to start. We're not sure if that's working properly on there yet. But if you scroll down, you can see all of the items there. We've got heaps of Bougainvilleas, so we thought it'd be a nice play on words to have the Bogans on today's show.
Yep. And we've got, apart from the Bougainvilleas, we've got 90 other specials, and we've got your ground covers, your shrubs, your bushes, your trees, hydrangeas. We've got just about everything, your edibles. We've got all different plants for you to buy, so you can do your garden project on the cheap. We've gone out to the growers, we've negotiated with them, and we've got you some real cheap deals, some fabulous cheap deals, and then we can deliver these out to your place. You can buy them online. You can come in on the weekend and fill up the back of your ute or your station wagon, or you can ring up and order them over the phone and get them delivered. There's many ways to buy and many plants to buy. So there we are, and you're at the Bogan Grower Direct flash sale.
Yeah, and Siba says full marks on ongoing creativity and marketing, being a customer for a while.
Great, thanks for that.
Yeah, we keep trying to invent the wheel, don't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Creativity. Hey, we should probably just launch into the bidding. We just need to get probably need to get Tracy down here to.
Yeah, I think we'll get organised. We'll do a couple more.
We'll do a couple more and then we'll get started. All right.
We'll do a couple
hang in there, guys.
So
hang in there.
Here's a Westringia. That's an Australian native rosemary. This variety is called Naringa. It's been trimmed up into a beautiful topiary ball, and it is just $99.99. So you could grow this in a pot, grow it in the garden, give your native garden that formal look, or even grow it in an exotic garden. $99.99. Beautiful Westringia ball. This is what I've been waiting for, my morning snack. Here we got these strawberries here. Our strawberries are red gauntlets. Now, red gauntlet is a professional. Like often when you buy strawberries in your local nursery, they've just got seedling ones, and these are the professional ones. They're a named cultivar. They're called red gauntlet. They have abundant quantities of beautiful sweet strawberries, and we've got the red gauntlet there for $6.99. And these are nice big bushy plants ready to start strawberrying for you.
All right,
beautiful.
I think we've got to go live on the auction now, Chris.
Your red gauntlet is a lovely sweet strawberry.
Oh, you had one, was there one on there?
Yeah.
Yummy. All right, we're going to go straight into the auction. So for those of you who want to know how to do it, let me just pull up the page. So auction begins now, ends at 1:50, so it goes for an hour and 20 minutes. So if you head over to our page on the live sales page at hellohelloplants.com.au, you'll come to this Bogan Growers Direct page, which hopefully you can see on the screen. I'm not sure if you can see it. Gorilla's kind of standing in the way. Gorilla, you want to move over next to Chris maybe, in between the sign and Chris. And if you go on this page here, we scroll down, you'll see the auction's already begun. We're at $46.
Wow.
And 9 cents. So you just enter your
Now, what
name.
are the rules? Is it $5?
Yeah, you can only do maximum of $5. You can do under $5 bids. You can do 10-cent bids. I don't know if you can go lower than 10 cents. You just put your name, minimum 10 cents, maximum of $5. You just put your name, your email, and enter the amount. Now you do have a bit of time, so don't worry. Like you've got an hour and 20 minutes at this point. But you're bidding on that. Show them what they're bidding on, Chris.
So have a look here. We've got this amazing, look at that there. We've got an amazing, the best weeping cherry you'll ever see. This is a white blossoming Sabatella alba weeping cherry. It's about 5 years old. It's valued at $700. It's got the trunk is as thick as my wrist in there. If you can see that trunk, look at that trunk in there. The trunk's as thick as my wrist. It's cascading down 1.5 meters. Look at that, it's got 1.5 meter cascade on it. It will cascade down to the ground, in another year or so. But beautiful advanced Sabatella alba weeping cherry. Expect fabulous white blossom in the spring. The perfect centerpiece for your courtyard, for your front yard, whatever. It's a lovely, your weeping cherry is a beautiful small tree with very few vices. And if you come in store, we've got like this for $700. But today you might at auction, well, it's going to go for at least $65. We don't know. It could go for 165 or it could go for 125. We've got no idea.
We have no idea. Either way, it's going to be an amazing deal.
Yeah.
All right, well, that will run. That's going to bubble in the background. We can continue with the live sale. But yeah, go for it, guys. You can start making your bids if you want to bid on that beautiful weeping cherry there in the background.
So now we've got a walnut. Now, normally a grafted walnut, if you went and begged at your local nursery, they wouldn't have one. So here you've got, this is a Chandler grafted walnut. Chandler's a good producing variety. It can produce on its own in your backyard. It's a nice medium-sized nut, has plenty of them, grows into a beautiful big tree. It makes a fabulous shade tree, and it's a tree that you put in for the next couple of 100 years. A wonderful tree to put in for people for the future. And your Chandler walnut reduced from $229 to $189.99. So $189.99. A grafted Chandler walnut. Dig a nice big hole, plenty of loose soil underneath, bit of water in the summer, and you'll be right. And this will be just $189.99.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on our Bogan Growers Direct flash sale. Our auction is now live in the background. Let's get on to our next item here as we go through sort of like fruit, well, not sort of like, but orchard sort of trees, isn't it? You can make your own orchard here at Hello Hello Plants.
Now here's your mini, this is your mini pink, it's your mini pink lady. It's called Pinkabelle, and you've got that classic flavour and colour of your pink lady, and you've got it on a mini apple tree called Pinkabelle. It's a dwarf apple, and you're normally paying big bucks for your dwarf apple. They're normally hard to get, even if you're big bucks if you can find them. Here it is, $59.99 for a Pinkabelle weeping apple.
Beautiful. All part of the Growers Direct flash sale. So these special prices are only while stocks last.
Now here we've got a Weeping Wandon Pride apple, and you've got some lovely white blossom. You might show them that white blossom. So your Weeping Wandon Pride apple has beautiful blossom and then lovely little fruit. Now the great thing is, with a lot of apple trees you have to buy 2 of them to get any fruit, but with your weeping apple you only need 1, and it'll pollinate itself and you'll get a lovely sweet little apple, and it only grows about 1.5 meters tall, and you can grow it in a pot, grow it on the balcony, grow it in the garden, grow it in a small garden bed. It's one of the smallest apple trees you'll ever get. Wandon Pride weeping apple reduced to $39.99. Right, Correggiola Olive, $9.99. So Correggiola Olive, $9.99. Now Correggiola is one of the nicest flavoured olives you'll ever eat. I've eaten them straight off the tree. Most olives, when you pick them off the tree, they're so sour you've got to spit them out. But this one here, Correggiola Olive, beautiful one, either as a table olive or as an oil olive. Fabulous olive to have. Correggiola Olive, just $9.99.
Yeah, welcome to our Growers Direct flash sale. If you've just joined us, we've got an auction going on live in the background for that beautiful, massive, nearly $700 weeping cherry behind Chris, currently sitting at $79 on the bid.
Now look at this fabulous persimmon, and this has been reduced from $300 to $200 or $199. Now it's a beautiful specimen. Now what's interesting about persimmons have beautiful foliage. They have beautiful autumn colour. They have fabulous blossom in the springtime, and when you've got those orange fruit hanging on them with the autumn colour all around, it's probably the most beautiful fruit tree you ever see. So a persimmon, where you might put your apple or your plums and that out in the backyard, a persimmon is so beautiful you can put it in the middle of the front yard and really enjoy it. And often when you go to buy a persimmon, you've got this scungy little thing for 120 bucks. I've never had a bigger, better persimmon for 200 bucks than this one here. Nice. This is an advanced tree. It's the right variety. It's grafted. You're really going to get a lot of pleasure from this. And like I said, it's blossom's beautiful, foliage is beautiful, autumn colour is beautiful, and the big orange fruit is gorgeous in the autumn colour. And so a persimmon like this is a fabulous investment, and put it anywhere in the garden, you'll love it. And this one here is just $199.99.
Beautiful.
Stone pines. They're stone pines. These are the edible pines. They go great in a salad, great to sprinkle, toast them a little bit, sprinkle them on your pasta. fabulous things to have. But what people don't know about these is that these are a really, really tough, fast-growing pine tree that you can use as a shelter belt or as a specimen tree, or to block out the neighbours. Grow them in a hot, dry spot. Grow them on your farm. They're a hot, dry, Mediterranean type tree. There's lots of nice ones. If you go out to out past Craigieburn there, out in the plains out there, there's some industrial estates where they've used these as their main tree.
Nice.
And they're great. You know, at 5 years of age, they're 4 or 5 metres tall, beautiful bushy trees. And normally these are expensive and hard to get. These ones here are just $14.99. You can't go wrong for your farm or your country property. You can spend $14.99 and get yourself a stone pine or two.
We've got a question from Jay asking, is it true that olive trees attract rats?
I've never noticed that, but I guess when the fruit, if you don't pick the fruit, I guess it could be a problem.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Someone wrote no, so.
Yeah, but I've never heard of that.
I haven't heard of it either.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue with our next product, guys. We're looking through the Growers Direct flash sale items here. 100 items at incredible prices as part of this sale.
Now here we've got your Crimson Rocket, your Dwarf Crimson Rocket. It's a beautiful peach, yellow flesh peach. Yellow ones are the tasty ones. Your Crimson Rocket peach is just $59.99, so $59.99, and that's a grafted dwarf fruit tree. It's on a special dwarfing understock, very, very special, hard to get plant, and hard to get for $59.99. Really good buy. Now here's your gold mine. This is an Aussie classic, a beautiful dwarf peach. And funny enough, they call it a gold mine, but it has white flesh. White flesh ones are extra sweet and extra juicy. And your gold mine, nectarine, sorry, white, sweet, juicy, and $59.99. And it's a beautiful dwarf one. The normal ones grow big, but this one, you can keep this down probably 3 meters in height.
That's right. Have an orchard at your house with this Growers Direct flash sale. Is pretty much everything under the sun here, isn't it, Chris?
And here yeah, that's right. You've got a really lots of edibles, lots of ornamentals. You've got everything here. And here you've got the Indian peach, dark red fruit, purple outside. Indian peach, just $59.99.
Jeff said wherever there's food for them, they may be around, and he's not wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Any kind of food, they'll be there.
Here we've got the peacherine.
Yeah.
Now, peacherine is an ancient hybrid between a peach and a nectarine. So if you love peaches and you love nectarines and you can't make up your mind whether to grow a peach or a nectarine in a garden, grow yourself a peacherine. It's got some of the flavours and characteristics of both fruits. They're perfectly blended together in the peacherine, and a beautiful dwarf one is just $59.99.
Beautiful.
Now here we've got my favourite blood plum, your Satsuma. Your Satsuma is purple on the outside, purple on the inside, vigorous hardy tree, produces truckloads of fruit, and I think to get a nice big crop of fruit, your Satsuma is one of the easiest ones to get hold of and grow some fruit. So if you want an easy fruit in your backyard, $59.99, Satsuma plum.
Alright, so Growers Direct flash sale, the Bogan Growers Direct flash sale. There is an auction happening in the background for those of you who might be interested if you want to bid on.
Yeah, and also we should tell them about buying this stuff.
Well, yeah, what about some of the online deals as well? Yes, and in-store deals. Yeah. In-store deals are probably some of the best.
Yeah, so you might tell them now.
Well, we've got, I have to run over here and have a look. So we've got in-store, if you spend over $2.99, you get a free Gardenia Magnifica valued at $100, or a 12-inch potted Chinese ginkgo valued at $100, or a Japanese maple valued at $100. If you spend over $3.99, you get a 12-inch potted weeping cherry valued at $150, or a 16-inch potted box ball or box cone valued at $150. And if you spend over $1,000 or $9.99, you get a free 16-inch potted teddy bear magnolia, which is really beautiful. It's quite big, right?
Yeah, that's the most sought after magnolia in the world, the teddy bear.
Yeah, or you get a 16-inch potted Senkaki Japanese maple valued at $400.
And they're 3 meters tall. So a $400 incentive, a Senkaki maple or a teddy bear magnolia valued at $400. A great big advanced one when you spend over $1,000. And I mean, you can come down this weekend, put your garden project together with these cheap deals, and then go get yourself a $400 one. If you spend $1,000, get yourself a $150. If you're spending $3.99, you've got yourself a $150 weeping cherry, and if you're spending $2.99, you've got a $100 gardenia, and then you've got free delivery. At $3.99, you got free delivery over most of Victoria. There's never been a better time to get in. The weather's cooling off a bit. Never been a better time to get in. And then you've got all these bargains in your grow direct flash sale. Like this almond tree. This is a mini almond. Won't grow too big. Mini almond, just $59.99.
And they're self-pollinating as well, those ones, yeah?
Yeah, that's a self-pollinating almond, so you don't have to buy 2 almonds.
Excellent.
Now here we've got your spring satin plum. Now your spring satin, beautiful purple on the outside, yellow on the inside, sweet and juicy, beautiful plum, at just $59.99.
Asha asks, I forgot the name of the spray you recommended for my passion fruits. They aren't fruiting. What was the spray you recommended?
Oh, I said Miracle Grow.
Miracle Grow, there you
go. To get them fruiting.
Yep.
So here we've got the Travat apricot. Your Travat apricot, beautiful old-fashioned variety, fairly small fruit, beautiful big crops, orange, tasty, sweet, absolutely fabulous. Beautiful. If you want a really, really beautiful apricot, go for the Travat apricot. This is a dwarf one, just $59.99.
All right, we've just tipped over $100 on the bid for the beautiful big weeping cherry there in the background.
So there we are. Somebody could get this for just over $100.
That's it.
So here we've got the dwarf nectarine called Tuscany. So that lovely Mediterranean flavour in a nectarine. Beautiful in summer, very juicy, very sweet, very beautiful, and just $59.99.
All right, welcome to our Growers Direct Flash Sale. If you've just joined us, it's our Bogan Growers Direct Flash Sale. All these items at incredible prices.
Now, one of the easiest trees to get fruit from, one of the most trouble-free trees, is your pomegranate. So with your pomegranate, they normally $36.99. We've dropped them down to $34.99. These are a hard to get fruit tree. They're very hardy, very easy to get fruit from, at just $34.99. So $34.99. For the wonderful, that's the variety, you can look it up online, the wonderful apricot pomegranate at just $34.99.
How long do they take to fruit, those pomegranates?
Those pomegranates are 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
And you'll have a nice big bush. And the thing with pomegranates, I think they're a very attractive fruit tree, so you can almost put them in the front garden. They're an attractive fruit tree, lovely blossom, beautiful fruit, beautiful autumn colour, really pretty tree, and they produce nice edible fruit as well. Now
You're welcome, Asha, too, for the Miracle Grow.
Now here's a really good deal. Mostly you go down to your corner store looking for a Bloodgood Maple. That's your one that's red in spring, red in summer, and red in autumn. This one is almost 6 foot tall, and normally you'd expect to pay maybe $150 for a 6 foot Bloodgood. This Bloodgood here is well under $100. This Bloodgood here is, Bloodgood Maple is just $69.99. So $69.99 for an almost 6 foot Bloodgood Maple, red in spring, red in summer, red in the autumn. Very, very cheap, $69.99 for a 6 foot Bloodgood.
Beautiful. All right, the auction's heating up in the background. We've still got an hour to go.
Now here's a really gorgeous maple. This is called a butterfly, and you might give them a close-up look at the foliage. You've got pinks, you've got whites, you've got green. Beautiful, beautiful multicoloured, Japanese maple. Fabulous foliage. Very rare, very hard to get. Keep this one out of the hot afternoon sun so he doesn't sunburn. At any rate, so the butterfly is reduced to from $229 to $199.99. So $199.99. Now what's interesting, if you came in this weekend, we're giving 20% off on every Japanese maple in the store. So you can pick up all your freebies, all your bits and pieces, and get 20% off that. So he would drop to about $160.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Would you qualify for a freebie at that point, or?
Yeah, we would. So here's a wonderful deal. These are 8-inch pot Japanese maples. Now I'm 1.8 metres tall. These are nearly as tall as me. They're probably not quite 1.8, but you always thought Japanese maples were too expensive to put in your garden. These are just $24.99. They're going to have lovely red, yellow, orange autumn colour in the autumn. So beautiful autumn colour, red, yellow and orange, 6 foot tall and $24.99. So $24.99, Japanese maple. Now if you want to see all of our specials, just go to this and scan in this QR code. You can buy online, you can buy over the phone, or you can just load up the car, head down here. You will not find, nowhere in Victoria will you find a fuller busher retail nursery. And I've got heaps of staff here ready to help you. We've even got a trained gorilla who helps the staff, yeah. So even a trained Bogan gorilla.
That's it, yes. So this sale is live. Just head over to hellohelloplants.com.au and just click on the live sales tab. You'll be taken to the Bogan Growers Direct Flash Sale. We've also got, for those of you who are wondering, there's an auction running in the background for that $700 or $600 weeping cherry just behind Chris. It's at currently at $174.
Here we've got a 6 foot forest pansy. The 6 foot forest pansy, you'd normally expect to pay $300 or $400 for something like that. These have beautiful pink blossom in spring, lovely purple heart-shaped foliage through the spring, summer and autumn, and then in late autumn, early winter, you get a kaleidoscope of colour. You get all different colours, kaleidoscope of colour, incredible autumn colour, and these forest pansies are just $1.99. That's 6 foot forest pansy, fabulous deal on a 6 foot forest pansy.
Can you grow them as a clump, those ones, or?
Yeah, you could put 2 or 3 of them together and,
nice.
And get a big patch of purple in the garden, or a big patch of pink blossom in the spring, or a fabulous big patch of autumn colour in the autumn.
Yeah.
So here we've got your sensuous gum. Now your sensuous gum is a miniature lemon scented gum, and I was driving, I think it was High Street, and there were beautiful ones of these, and they're not up in the power lines. They're sort of growing under the power lines, 4 metres tall, fabulous. So if you wanted a real gum tree in your backyard, if you wanted that lemon scented fragrance on a hot day, but you wanted that lovely weeping look, you want a beautiful white trunk, white flowers, the perfect miniature gum tree, the one that'll look great in your native garden, great in front of your sort of funky native style house. Here it is, and these sensuous gums reduced from $379.99. Normally they're very expensive. It's about 6 foot tall, down to $159.99. So $159.99 for the beautiful sensuous lemon gum.
Alright, it is our Growers Direct Flash Sale.
Now how's that auction going? Where are we up to?
Yeah, so we're at 100 and last time we checked, I think we're at 17. It's just getting up.
185. So what's going to happen? How long have we got to go?
So 1 hour, less than 1 hour now.
So in 1 hour's time, we're going to be going 185 going once, 185 going twice, bang, and there it goes.
That's it.
A $700 weeping cherry could go for $185.
That's right, that's right. So yeah, currently we're at 188. It's increasing. So you can do, you don't have to do $5 increments. You can do between 10 cents and $5. So. And
that extra 10 cents could win you the tree.
That's right. You could do a 10. It's a gamble,
do
but
10
you could
cents,
do it.
You get right down there, just pip them with 10 cents. Some guys got it, just pip them with 10 cents and you got it.
That's it. The only difference between this week and last week is we can't see the current highest bidder's name, but I guess we'll see it at the end. Or we've just tipped $200. Jeez. All right, we probably should stop talking about it. So get on with the sale. Keep it rolling in the background there.
But imagine getting a weeping cherry. Look at the size of this weeping cherry, and look at the quality. Feel the quality. It's such a beautiful weeping cherry. Imagine being able to buy a weeping cherry like this for $200.
That's it. Actually, you can see the name of the highest bidder. I can see it here now, which was just pointed out by our page designer. Olivia's currently winning. It's at 215 actually, so it's happening quite quickly in the background there.
A beautiful weeping cherry, unbelievable weeping cherry. This at $700 is completely reasonably priced. If you bought this for $700, you'd be really happy.
Yeah, I think the viewers know. That's right.
Yeah, so there we are. Beautiful weeping cherry for a couple $100. It'd be like shoplifting. So
that's
here.
All right, we'll keep getting.
Not that us Bogans know anything about shoplifting.
Nah. We'll keep going with the sale and we'll come back to that, okay? But feel free to join in, guys. If you're watching, you can join in on the auction fun.
Right, so here we've got the baby blue. Baby blue is the most popular flowering foliage gum around at the moment. Beautiful, and you trim them, keep them nice and compact and small. So your baby blue gum is just $99.99, and these are beautiful. I've never seen nicer baby blues than these. Beautiful baby blues, $99.99. So here we've got our white jacaranda 10-inch pot, just $110. $110 for the white jacaranda in a 10-inch pot.
That's a very rare one, isn't it?
Oh, it's rarer than rare.
Yeah.
It has amazing white flowers. It's just like your normal jacaranda. It's same foliage, same character, everything's the same, except instead of having beautiful mauve flowers, it has fabulous white flowers.
Incredible. All right, next
now
up.
here we've got your most popular crepe myrtle at the moment is your Natchez. It has beautiful white flowers. You might show them the white flower. Beautiful white flowers. And after the white flowers comes fabulous burgundy autumn colour. This is a tough, fast-growing tree, almost unkillable, but really, really beautiful. And it's been reduced from $400 to $300, $299 for a 20-inch pot Natchez crepe myrtle.
Yeah, that's awesome value actually for that even. That's a steal. Can't really see it on the camera there, but it's huge.
Yeah, that was about 9 foot tall.
Yeah. Really
bushy for $299.
That's awesome. Already a centerpiece if you like.
Now this is a hot item. This is Little Gem Magnolia. Little Gem Magnolia has beautiful flowers all year round, fine dense evergreen foliage, grows to about 4 meters in height, very popular for hedges and screens or as a specimen plant, and it can be a bit expensive. We've got these lovely ones here, best price ever, $19.99. So $19.99 reduced from $29.99, so $19.99 gets you the nice Little Gem Magnolia.
Yep, beautiful. As we roll along the items here on the Growers Direct Flash Sale, head over to hellohelloplants.com.au to purchase any of these products.
So here we've got your Mexican weeping pine. It's sometimes known as Pinus patula, and it grows into a lovely tree that just has beautiful cascading foliage. It's a beautiful colour. And if you want something sort of exotic and weeping and gorgeous, that's tough, that you grow in a hot, windy spot, a dry spot, it'll grow almost anywhere. It grows quite quickly and makes the most beautiful weeping pine tree, Pinus patula. And they are the Mexican weeping pine, big, nice big ones. Like, look at the size of that, and they're just $29.99.
Yeah, awesome shape, very beautiful indeed.
Now I love pine trees. Now this is a pine tree I really love. This is your Yatsubusa pine, and your Yatsubusa is a pine that you can trim and train into a sort of a bonsai style or a kind of a Zen garden style, and it has white candles. It has sort of nice little needles. A very, very beautiful pine tree. And your Yatsubusa black pine in an 8-inch pot is just $50, $49.99. Now talking about exotic and Japanese, this is a Japanese willow called a Nishiki willow. It has this amazing speckledy white foliage on it, and it grows into a beautiful ball. You might show them that ball there. Now if you're doing a Hampton style garden or a nice modern garden, if you've got a really tough spot, maybe it's windy, it's sunny, maybe you're cutting a hole in an artificial lawn, a really tough spot, sort of spot that'll kill a Japanese maple in 10 minutes, plant yourself a Nishiki willow. They're gorgeous, they're delicate, and they are really, really tough. They'll grow anywhere. And this beautiful Hakuro Nishiki willow is just $149.99, reduced down from $200.
Yeah, you can grow them shape them into a ball. They look really beautiful. And we've got a question here from CCH. Actually, it's not a question, it's more of a statement. I never know what to expect when I watch a Hello Hello Plants live, but I'm never disappointed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's right. And so what we've done a new release of 10 different varieties of Bougainvillea. So to celebrate we're Bogans today. So you've got a genuine Bogan nurseryman and an actual Bogan gorilla. So there we are, Bogan gorilla, Bogan nurseryman. And here you've got, now if you're, like a lady came in the other day and she bought 10 palm trees and they'd all shriveled up and died. If she had bought Washington palms, now Washington palms grow naturally in Palm Springs, around the springs, right out in this sandy desert, and they don't mind the wind, they don't mind the heat, they don't mind the frosty winters that gets down to -10 or something like that. So if you're in a spot where your palm trees shrivel up and you want to own a really beautiful palm tree, try a Washington palm. And I've got your 12-inch pot reduced to, your 12-inch pot, unbelievable, it's reduced to $55.99, and your 8-inch pot is reduced to just $19.99. These are fast growing, they're tough, they're beautiful, they're unkillable. Grow them anywhere. Grow them in the most desolate, windy spot you can find. Grow them down by the beach. Grow them in spots that just other palms curl up and die, and you can really enjoy having a beautiful palm. They end up with a red sort of smooth bark, and there's beautiful fan-shaped foliage, and they're telltale little cotton threads on the leaves. So there we are, Mexican Washington pine, $19.99 for the 8-inch and $55.99 for the 12-inch. I've got Bidens. We've got no Bidens? No Bidens.
No Bidens.
No Bidens.
Yeah.
Okay, Canna Lily, dwarf assorted colours. Now what happens, we've got red ones, we've got yellow ones, we've got white ones, we've got orange ones, and we mixed them all up and we're doing these assorted colours for just $12.99. And what will happen, you can buy 1 or 2 or 3 of these and you can have a shock or a surprise when the colour comes. Just $12.99 for dwarf canna lilies. Dwarf canna lilies, just $12.99 in assorted colours.
Believe in me, ask, do you have any kumquats in stock?
Yes, we do. We've got beautiful kumquats. I think we've got dwarf kumquats for $69 and normal kumquats for $59.99.
Beautiful.
And we've even got a few of those dwarf Japanese ones, a little bit dearer. So here you've got your gold Tropicana. Show them that leaf like that. Gold Tropicana. Your gold Tropicana has beautiful orange flowers, green and gold leaves, fast growing, grows 5 or 6 foot tall. Real tropical show, lovely cool colours, great for your tropical garden. Grow it in a pot, grow it in the garden. Beautiful yellow foliage, lovely orange flowers, real easy to grow. Just $19.99.
Alright, welcome to our Growers Direct flash sale, the Bogan Growers Direct flash sale, hence why they're dressed up like that.
And here you've got your original Tropicana. Now your original Tropicana is the one with sort of orange flowers and all sorts of maroons and reds, you know, nice coloured foliage. You might show them a nice coloured leaf like that. And these are a really colourful thing to get a bit of excitement into your garden, and they are on special for just $12.99. So really cheap, and you put it, they'll inject there's the foliage there. They'll inject a bit of colour in your garden. They're really tough, they're really easy to grow, and Tropicana $12.99. That's the best price you'll find in Melbourne. Now here we've got your mini red gum tree. Your mini red gum tree is just $89.99. $69.99. So $69.99 for your mini red gum tree. That's a grafted mini red gum tree. Now what's great about these is that you know what colour the flower is going to be. You know the colour of the flower. You know the colour of the flower, and you know that this will flower next summer. You're not waiting 5, 10, 15 years. This will flower next summer. Beautiful red flowers, a selected cultivar, and it'll be a lovely miniature tree covered in flowers, and you know what colour you're going to get because it's been grafted at just $69.99. Right, so here we've got Daphne Perfume Princess in 6-inch, and how much are these? These are $21.99. So 6-inch pot, $21.99. Now this is a hardy type of, a modern hardy type of Daphne, and it has beautiful perfume, and it has a white flower. So if you want a beautiful white flower, beautiful fragrance, a lovely hardy Daphne that'll grow almost anywhere, much tougher than the old-fashioned Daphnes, and just $21.99. So how's that auction going?
Well, shall we check in on it?
Let's check in on the auction.
Alright, so for those of you who don't know, or there's a few of you that do know about it, there is an auction running in the background. And currently, I've got to refresh my page, but if we have a look at the whiteboard in the background, that's the most up-to-date look at. Might need to get the TikTok camera on the whiteboard there, just so that they can see it there as well.
$272. Now
Just
what
move
could
the
happen,
TikTok
this is
camera
a
onto the
$700, here's
onto
your
that,
weeping
yeah.
cherry here, look at this here.
Onto the
It's the
whiteboard,
best
yeah.
quality weeping cherry you ever find. It's in a 150 litre pot. It's grown by the very best cherry grower you can get.
There you go.
The trunk's as thick as my wrist, so the trunk is as thick as my wrist. You've got a trunk as thick as my wrist. No tattoos on the trunk, but as thick as my wrist. Beautiful cascading down 1.5 meters. White blossom in springtime. Gorgeous autumn color. The most perfect tree to have as a centerpiece in the front garden or sort of in your courtyard. Never gets too big, easy to grow. Weeping cherry, $700, and we're auctioning it with the reserve was 10 cents, but it's crept up to $270. If you can get that today for under $300, you're doing really, really well.
Yeah, we got people bidding on it furiously here in the background to try and get themselves that prized possession there, Chris.
Wow.
We've even got people in the store bidding. But
That's right.
you know, that's fun.
Yeah.
However you want to do it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
So here we've got the fragrant cream, plumeria, fragrant cream plumeria, and this is your what do you call it? Your mental frangipani. Yeah, so it's your 7-inch pot frangipani, a fragrant cream one. Grow this in a nice hot little pocket in the corner of the garden. And they do grow in Melbourne and give you the most beautiful big fragrant flowers, and they are just $39.99.
Jeff says, where's the big fellas VB?
That's right, that's what I need. Right, here we are. Here it's a beautiful pink one. It's called West Australian Sunset. Lovely strong plant, and this has a beautiful fragrance and a sort of a stripy pink flower, and it is just $39.99. So $39.99, and you've got a beautiful pink frangipani.
Nice. Girls Direct flash sale prices.
Now here's my favourite frangipani. This one has a white flower with a yellow centre, and it's called a white frangipani. What an original name.
Yeah, super original.
Yeah.
Must have thought long and hard about that.
Yeah,
name.
let's call it a white frangipani. Yeah. And anyway, what's good, I reckon this one does the best in Melbourne. Beautiful white flowers, yellow centres, and absolutely...
Is this the one that does well in Melbourne, did you say?
Yeah, it does really well in Melbourne, and it does the best, and beautiful fragrance, and just $39.99.
Excellent. Get in quick, guys.
Now
these prices won't last on these products.
Yeah, and you can buy online, you can go on the phone, you can come down here and just fill up your car or your ute.
Come in store, and then you open yourself up to all the incredible freebies we have in store as well. It's a win-win, no matter how you do it.
So Annie's Winter Wonder, beautiful in winter, it's lovely mauve flowers, beautiful variegated foliage. For a small, colourful shrub in the garden, it's easy to look after, easy to control, you can't go wrong. Annie's Winter Wonder, normally $16.99, we've knocked them down to $12.99 for Annie's Winter Wonder. That's much better than you do anywhere else, $12.99. Now look at this, a red hibiscus. Look at that fabulous red flower. A red hibiscus is just $13.99. So $13.99 for your red hibiscus. And these ones here have been grown in Victoria. You'll find that they're perfectly suited to the Victorian climate. You'll grow these easily and have these fabulous big red flowers that'll give you that real tropical feel in the garden, and they are just $13.99. And here we've got a yellow frangipani, and this yellow frangipani has a beautiful little pink centre. Sorry, yellow hibiscus. We've got a yellow hibiscus, and it has a beautiful little pink centre, and it's just $13.99. Nice big plant, $13.99. and they're covered in buds. So if you bought a couple of these, you'd be enjoying hibiscus flowers in no time.
Alright, Growers Direct flash sale prices will not last, so you do need to be quick. If you do want to get any of these products, head over to our website right now and go shopping. Some great deals on there.
Okay, so here we've got a 10-inch pot Annabelle Hydrangea. Now Annabelle have the beautiful leaf on them. You should give them a close-up look at the leaves, and while you do it, show them the beautiful flower buds. For your Annabelle, these Annabelles, if you buy them now, they'll be flowering beautifully in another few weeks, and they have a beautiful white ball on them. And Annabelles are very popular for mass planting. They look amazing because they're beautiful foliage and lovely white ball flowers. If you plant 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 in a row, and you can afford to at our prices, they give an amazing mass flowering. So here they are. Imagine those mass flowering in your front yard. They like to be out of the hot afternoon sun, plenty of water, beautiful white flowers in a ball and lovely foliage. And Annabelle Hydrangea in a 10-inch pot, it's been reduced to $49.99. That's a beautiful big look at that pot there, beautiful big 10-inch pot, beautiful big plant. Get you started to make a beautiful mass display at just $49.99.
Excellent.
Now we're getting close to the point where we'll be knocking down this this
weeping cherry.
Weeping cherry. Here it is, the amazing weeping cherry here. We'll be knocking that down, and what's it going for? $275. Now this is a $700 one. $275 is less than half of the value.
Yeah.
So I reckon you probably, if you buy this, you might have to go to confession for shoplifting.
You're actually the bidding slowed down a bit, but there's probably people waiting in the sidelines to get stuck in at the last 10 minutes is usually when it goes a bit crazy.
Really?
Like this. Yeah.
But what you could do now, you just whack 10 cents on and be the top dog. Yeah, for 10 cents you could be the top dog.
That's it. You don't have to do big bids here. $5 maximum bid, 10-cent minimum bid.
Because what we're doing is we're not trying to make money out of this. I'm trying to minimise the losses, but what we're trying to do is have people
get an incredible deal.
Get an incredible deal, but give people some fun.
Yeah.
So really, the whole idea of this auction is a bit of fun, and we're hoping not to lose too much money on it.
That's right. Well, stick around to the end. We've got 40 minutes to go still, so hang in there, guys. We'll get through to sale items, and then we'll focus all of our attention on this auction.
Now, here's an interesting hydrangea. It's called Hercules, and the flowers are coming out, and the flowers are a beautiful pale green. And Hercules is a big, strong grower. So if you wanted to grow a hydrangea, tree in your garden, this is the hydrangea to grow as a hydrangea tree, and you could grow this up 2 or 3 meters tall. It's a big, strong grower.
Yeah. That's
fabulous
great.
pale green flowers. And this one here will take, the grower who grows them in a hot sunny paddock. This will take lots and lots of sun. It'll grow fast, it'll grow big, and it is only $34.99. $34.99 for the Hercules of hydrangeas.
Hercules, that's it. Great in full sun as well.
Now here we have, what do we have here?
Hercules, that was graffiti.
Oh wow, okay, so so maybe we should bring it back and explain.
Well, we explained the Hercules, so we can look at the graffiti as well.
Graffiti is a smaller growing, I made a mistake there. Graffiti is a smaller growing hydrangea that has pinks and whites and greens. It's sort of multicolored, that's why they call it graffiti. And so your graffiti hydrangea is just, where is graffiti? Oh, graffiti's there, and it's just $34.99. Then you've got Hercules. Now you can see Hercules. Look at the gutsiness of the Hercules. Look at that there.
Yeah,
it's a strong. It's oozing strength.
That's it.
Oozing strength, and $34.99. And Hercules is the one you buy to grow yourself a beautiful big tree hydrangea. Now both of these your graffiti and your Hercules will both go good in the sun. So don't be afraid to plant them in the sun. Give them plenty of water, and they'll do good in the sun.
Yeah, put the graffiti flower up behind you there, Chris, on the screen too, so you can see.
Yeah, so your graffiti, nice multicoloured, and your graffiti and your Hercules are $34.99, and they're quite different in their application and everything.
Yeah.
So here we've got Hydrangea Prince Snow. Now Prince Snow, beautiful big white flower, fabulous autumn colour, and the autumn colour will hang right through the winter. So this is one that doesn't really go naked like a normal hydrangea, and it has an interesting leaf. Take a look at this foliage here, and this
It's like an oak or something, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it's called, sometimes called an oak leaf hydrangea, but beautiful white flowers, lovely bush. And if you want a hydrangea with a bit of difference, the flower is sort of tall and conical. Actually, I'll give you a look at the label there. Let's have a look at this label, see if you can see that. See the label? See there? And see the label there? Yeah, so a white conical flower, a very interesting leaf, and then amazing autumn colour all through the winter. It just hangs on and hangs on. And your Prince Snow is just $34.99. Now this is the most popular hydrangea of all. We have to get a load of these in every week, and they can be a bit expensive. They can be hard to get. They're normally $50, and we're doing them for $34.99. Now take a look at this beautiful flower. Now once these get really established, the flowers are going to be much bigger than this. And in another month or two, they'll start to turn pale pink, a gorgeous, gorgeous pale pink.
People love them, don't they?
Oh, they do.
The Sunday Fraise, yeah.
And Sunday Fraise is also one of the best for growing in the sun, as long as you keep the water up to it. So great for growing in the sun, $34.99.
It's great they're in flower already. Come and get them in this Growers Direct flash sale. We'll only have them at these prices, limited in quantity, and get over to the Growers Direct flash sale right now on the QR code in the background or hellohelloplants.com.au.
Now here we've got your white calibration. Now your white calibration, they're kind of like a miniature petunia, but where a petunia only claps out after 6 or 7 months, these can actually last you for quite a few years. And when they're madly in flower, they're just covered in white flowers. You can't hardly see the foliage for the white flowers. Yeah, you could take these ones here. You could. I had somebody selling their in here. They were selling their house and they wanted to jazz up their garden. And we mixed these up with a few other plants. He showed me a photo. He had them dotted all through the front garden, and his garden looked fantastic. And for what we're selling them for, $19.99. If you want to get a bit of colour in the garden, and white, red and white is classy colour. So you want a bit of colour in the garden, you want a bit of colour in a big pot, you want a bit of colour in a hanging basket, you can transfer these into anything you want, and they're just $19.99. They're big, they're great value. Water them and fertilise them, and they'll just double in size and flower like crazy in no time. So white calibration hanging basket, just $19.99. Look at the value there.
They flower for ages too, don't they? Like
years.
6 months
years.
or something.
Six, 7 months of the year.
Yeah.
But then they'll do it year after year after year.
Fantastic.
So here we have the hot pink Carpogrotus. Now if you want to cover up something, you love those lovely pink flowers like that, you can grow these by the beach, you can grow them sort of inland, you grow them where it's hot, where it's frosty, wherever you like. They're really, really tough. And these hot pink Carpogrotus in 6-inch pots, you get a nice big plant here. Look at what you get there, nice big gutsy plant for $4.99. So have a look at that there. Give you a close look at that. So $4.99, $4.99.
Oh, it looks like we tipped over $300.
Yeah, and I think the gorilla's gone out for a stubby.
The gorilla's going to have a VB.
Yeah, he's having
it's
a
all too much,
VB out the back, cooling off a little.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to our Bogan Growers Direct flash sale, guys. If you want any of these products you see here today, you enjoy them, purchase them online on our live sales page at hellohelloplants.com.au.
Now, lots of people will have heard of the mountain gorilla and the blue gorilla and all the different sorts of gorillas, but very few people know about the Bogan gorilla.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They're very rare.
But he had to come to Australia to be trained.
Yeah, that's right, to be
from
trained.
Kenya. Yeah,
to train to down his VB and run his hair through his mullet.
Yeah,
his hand through his mullet. Yeah. Dichondra Repens, these are a fantastic deal. This can't last. These are $4.99. You can grow yourself have a look at these beautiful plants here. Grow yourself a Dichondra lawn. Grow yourself a Dichondra hanging basket. Grow yourself a Dichondra, whatever you want. Put these around your pavers. If you want green, if you want something fast, if you want something tough, if you want something that grows in the shade, if you want something that grows in the sun, Dichondra Repens. And the price of these is unbelievable. They are just $4.99. some places you couldn't even buy a tube. We've got a nice full 6-inch pot there like that for $4.99. So Dichondra Repens, it's an Aussie native, it's tough, you grow it in the shade, grow it in the sun, it's popular all over the world and particularly popular here in Australia.
Yep, get it while it's hot on the Growers Direct flash sale at these prices. We'll check out our next item here.
Now 6-inch pot silver falls, look at these beautiful silver falls. Now silver falls are great, you can do anything with them. Have a look, this is a silver falls basket. You could plant these little ones and they'll fill, and if you plant these in the hot weather they grow like crazy. I was visiting a customer the other night and he'd plant little 6-inch pots and they were bigger than these things in about 4 weeks.
Wow.
So grows like crazy. Silver falls really grows like crazy, and it is and it's tough, it's easy to grow, and it's versatile. It'll hang over a retaining wall. It can hang over your retaining wall. It can cover your. You can grow a whole lawn with it.
Yeah.
You put it in your hanging basket.
Like that picture there, you can have it right over the wall.
Yeah. So very, very versatile, very handy plant to have. Loves the sun, loves the water, loves the heat, loves a little bit of fertilizer. And your silver dichondra, let's have a look. Dichondra silver falls, 6-inch pot, 6-inch is $9.99. And then these big baskets here, look at this big basket here. Your big basket here is just $21.99. So $21.99. I'm sure the grower's not getting rich on these ones at $21.99. We've got these direct from the grower. We've gone out, negotiated with the grower, and they've got some really good deals. Like silver dichondra. Some nurseries are charging $15 for a little pot. $21.99 for a nice big full hanging basket.
Excellent. All right, it's all part of the Growers Direct flash sale. You can head over to our website, hellohelloplants.com.au. You can click that QR code up behind Chris there to check out any of these items. Limited quantities do apply at these prices.
Now, these are beautiful big prostrate rosemary. Your prostrate rosemary, it's edible. Let me demonstrate. Beautiful.
Have it with some lamb.
I had a barman get me to taste. We tasted all the different rosemaries. Yeah. And he wanted to put some rosemary into his gin.
Oh yeah.
And he said that this one had the sort of the sharpest and best flavour to add to your gin.
Yeah,
so there we are. Prostrate rosemary.
Sounds good.
Reduced to $12.99 from $14.99. Use this as a ground cover. Use your prostrate rosemary as a ground cover, or have it cascading over a wall. Or I did a garden design earlier today where we're going to put nice sort of silver grey olives in a great big pot, and then we're going to plant these so they cascade over the side of the pot, and the green will contrast nicely with the olive. Nice. And I often plant them under olives and things like that in my garden design. So prostrate rosemary, and really tough. Round at this side of town, they do roundabouts with them, and they never water them or fertilise them, and they look fantastic.
Now the gorilla's come back from having his VB break. He's had a couple of stubbies. He's ready to get back into it.
3 VBs and he's back at it. Now beautiful 6-inch chalk sticks. Now chalk sticks, they're super duper low maintenance, super easy to grow. In fact, the big question you ask with with them is, how do you not grow them? How do you not grow them? They just grow. Yeah. Stick them in and away they go. No watering, no fertilizer, no nothing. Anyway, so your blue chalk stick, a lot of nurseries, $12-13. We've got them for $5.99.
Find out where they don't grow.
Well, how not to grow them.
How not to grow them, yeah.
Now, beautiful white thyme. White thyme is, again, edible. Goes nicely with a bit of prostrate rosemary. Nice and sweet. So, you can make your pizza with these, and you can make a lawn. You can make a lawn. You can put them around your pavers.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, make yourself a lawn and make yourself a pizza with the trimmings. So there it is, white thyme. Beautiful white flowers for 5-6 months of the year. Lovely green mossy foliage. Really, really easy to grow. And what I like about thyme is some of your ground covers won't take much foot traffic, but your thyme is going to take quite a bit of foot traffic. Now I'm wondering, how's the auction
Well,
going?
it's good you asked that because Mrs. Bond is asking what is the auction up to? And I'm just going to drop for the TikTokers.
So is that
there,
it? $321.10?
I think so. I got to refresh my page.
Okay,
it's a bit
so
slow.
we're $323.10. Now what you could do
That's
is
pretty
if
good
you put
still.
10 cents on that, it could be $323.20 and your top dog.
That's right. 10-cent bid minimum, $5 bid maximum. So we can keep it fair, keep everyone in the game. We're down to 27 minutes now, so we're kind of getting into the home stretch of the bid ending.
Now, if somebody gets it for $323, it's less than half price. Have a look at this cherry here. This is a $700 weeping cherry. I'm hoping not to lose my shirt on this one. And I think anybody buying it for this sort of money should go to confession for shoplifting. That's what I reckon. After the priest and get it off your chest. You've shoplifted it if you're getting this for under $400, and you probably I may not make it through next week financially. You know, like it could be pretty rough. But at any rate, it's a terrible steal, and we've done this two things. We were hoping not to lose too much money, and we wanted people to have a bit of fun. So here it is. You can have a go and get yourself an amazing $700 weeping cherry, very, very cheap. Then it's off to confession for shoplifting, and you're away.
Yeah, we're at about 25 minutes to go for the auction to end now. So we'll keep going through the live sale items. If you want to bid on it, you do need to do it through the website on the live sales page at the Bogan Growers Direct flash sale page.
Give them a close look at that beautiful white thyme while they change that over.
See if I can show you on the
Look
screen.
at that white thyme, beautiful fine green foliage, lovely little white flowers. And we do the white thyme really, really cheap, just $7.99.
Alright, we'll get back to the sale and we'll come back to the auction as we count down towards the end of the auction there.
Now this is really beautiful. This is your ornamental grape. Now your ornamental grape grows like crazy. If you plant this a year from now, it could be 3 meters up in the air. It could be heading right across the top of your pergola, growing all over your veranda, giving you some beautiful cool shade in the summer, and then it has no twigs on it. So when the leaves drop off in the autumn, the sun shines through and it's absolutely fabulous. So beautiful, beautiful, cool cover for your pergola. Grow it on the fence, grow it over the pergola, grow it on the veranda. Enjoy that summer cool, and then in autumn you've got this amazing show of vibrant red. You'll love it. Just beautiful red autumn color. Fabulous plant to have. Easy to grow it almost anywhere, and it's your ornamental grape, and they've been reduced from $40 to $24.99. So really, really cheap.
Alright, so our Growers Direct flash sale happening live right now.
Now what we have here is your Japanese pink wisteria. Now, and that's the wisteria vine. Now the pink one is a really good strong grower, and it flowers without too much foliage on it, so you really get to see your pink foliage. Beautiful, beautiful wisteria. A little bit rare, a little bit hard to get. Particularly last year, one of the main growers of wisterias in Victoria retired, and at any rate, so
they're harder to get now,
so
is it? Or?
It's made it 3 times harder to get yourself one. And I was really, when I found a couple of these with the grower, I was really happy to find them. So your pink wisteria, beautiful pink flowers in spring, and they are only $21.99. And in 2 or 3 years, this can cover a pergola. So and give you beautiful cascading pink flowers in the spring. But with wisterias, you don't have to grow them on a pergola. You could just run them up a pole and turn them into like a weeping tree. Or you can grow them on the veranda, grow them on the fence, grow them anywhere. And what have we got here? We've got the white. Now white can be very, very hard to get. This is a Japanese white one that has a big long white flower. Amazing show in springtime. And your Japanese white one, $21.99. And these are lovely, strong, healthy bushes. You're going to do really well with these, and you can't go wrong with a white wisteria at $21.99. Even getting one at any price, they're very hard to get, and it's not just an ordinary white one, it's a Japanese white one.
Alright, welcome to our Bogan Growers Direct flash sale with our 2 Bogans on the screen right now. We're showing off some of the hottest items in our Growers Direct flash sale right now, aren't we?
Yep, that's right. So here we've got a 16-inch pot, and what's great about your Chinese wisteria, look at that. There's a beautiful flower unfolding there. You might even give them a close-up look at that flower. Look at that beautiful flower in there. Now that's what's special. Your Chinese wisteria, what I love about it, it flowers in spring with no foliage whatsoever. So the flowers pour out by the hundred, completely covered. The flowers are fabulously fragrant. We've done some really good videos. We've got them up online. So fabulously fragrant. And then summer comes, and now if this was over your pergola at this time of year, you might have 8 or 9 beautiful little fragrant flowers just here and there over it, and it just breaks it up and makes it more interesting. And that's something that most other wisterias don't do. Is what you call the repeat flowering. So your Chinese wisteria, it's tough, it's fast, it loves the heat, it grows in almost any soil except for swampy soil, and really fast, tough, easy to grow, and grows nice and big. Here's an advanced one. So if you're in a bit of a hurry and you want one real quick, you can grow it up a pole and have it like a weeping cherry, or you can grow it on the veranda. Very, very versatile. And at any rate, this nice big 16-inch pot here, being reduced from $300 to $249.99. That's a beautiful big wisteria for the money, $249.99. Or you can get yourself a 6-inch pot one. So now anybody can afford a Chinese wisteria, a purple Chinese wisteria. Let's have a look at the 6-inch pot. Now these are lovely, strong, healthy plants. They are beautiful plants. And they are just $21.99. Look at the runner on that one there. Look, show them that one there. So $21.99. So if you want fabulous purple flowers in springtime, beautifully fragrant, the flowers occur with no foliage, and then repeat flowering through the summer, put it over your pergola, put it over the fence, grow it up a pole and have it as like a weeping tree. And this one here is just $21.99.
Yeah, welcome to our Bogan Growers Direct flash sale where we're checking out 100 amazing items at incredible prices. Limited quantities do apply on these prices. They will not last at these prices.
So here we are. This is Zoysia, the no-mow grass. You can use it like a little shaving brush. Beautiful stuff. And it's sometimes called temple grass, and it grows in lovely little moundy shapes. So you get lovely little moundy shapes. You can grow a lawn with it. You can roll around on it. It's lovely and soft, really, really beautiful. And so Zoysia no-mow grass. With my grandkids, we potted a nice pot of it with a little tree in the middle, and you can just grow it as it makes a lovely little pot plant, gorgeous little pot plant. So Zoysia no-mow grass is reduced from $7.99 to $5.99. So a lovely little one, and a lot of people think it's a bit tropical. They're frightened of it in the Melbourne climate. I grew it for a year or two before I started really selling it, and it does fine in the Melbourne climate. Thanks.
Alright, welcome to our Growers Direct flash sale happening live right now as we check out 100 excellent items at incredible prices that you will not get at any other time. And there is limited quantities on these prices, so you do need to act fast if you want to get any of these products. You can head over to hellohelloplants.com.au or scan the QR code over on the screen, or the shop link is in the comment section down below.
Now this one here looks like it's 1.8, but it's a little bit under because you've got to subtract the pot off it. So this is about 1.6, and right at the moment you'll find big lily pillies are a little bit scarce. You know, where you get a nice, like the lily pillies for big prices are quite common, but big prices and short they often are. Here's a nice big a nice big tall one on a cheap price. And where are we? No point. Okay, cool. So orange. So there we are. Which is good. Okay. So this is your green screen lily pilly. The beetles that are all over Melbourne don't eat it. The psyllids don't make lumps on it. It's really a trouble-free one, and reduced from $149.99 to $99.99.
Excellent. Right, and if you want to join our auction, you can head over to our website. Just click on that live sales page to be taken to the Bogan Growers Direct Flash Sale. Current auction bid on that beautiful, massive Weeping Cherry is $330 at the moment.
Now, one of the growers is putting a big bargain up on silver birches. These have the beautiful white trunks, they're fast growing. And what's interesting, silver birches are never that expensive, but they're very classy. Put this in front of your beautiful home and it'll increase your value, because people love silver birches. They're kind of silver birches are kind of one of the few things that are cheap, that they're classy. And so your silver birch, add a bit of class to your property, real cheap. These are just $129.99. So $129.99 for a beautiful white trunk silver birch, $129.99, and it's about 3.5 meters tall. I'm 1.8. And I can't even touch the top of it, so it's really tall.
Very big,
so,
yeah.
And for $129.99, if you need something, maybe you're putting a house on the market, you need something big there, look at your silver birch, $129.99.
Excellent. All right, let's look at our next item here on the Growers Direct Flash Sale. Happening live right now on your screens.
One thing about silver birches are fast and easy to grow. These are 6-inch pot silver birches. We've got them down to $10.99. They're nearly 3 foot tall. Now, if you put these in, what birches love? They love no grass or weeds around the bottom, maybe a little bit of mulch or just a bit of cultivated soil, regular small doses of fertilizer, and water. And you could have these in 2 years. These can be 3.5 meters tall with a white trunk. It's amazing. Silver birches are the most amazing. They've been sort of designed by nature to quickly take over and inhabit an area that's been denuded, perhaps by a bushfire or a landslide or whatever. So bare ground in the northern hemisphere gets quickly covered by silver birches that then grow into a forest really quick, and then they form a nurse shelter for the slower growing trees like your spruces and things. 6-inch pot, $10.99, 3 foot tall. Don't be afraid of those little birches, they really grow.
They're very quick, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Leighton's green conifer is normally $14.99. These are good size. Look at they're 50 centimeters tall, and they've been reduced to $10.99. And there's your 8-inch pots. Your 8-inch pots now this probably should almost be a law against this. Your 8-inch pots are around 60 centimeters tall, and your 8-inch pots are 8-inch pot Leighton's green conifer. I can't believe it. It's $10.99.
No, 8 inches. Wait, $12.99 for the 8-inch, and $10.99 for the 6-inch. So you got two sizes there in front of you, Chris.
Oh, I've only got So how much is it? $12.99.
$12.99 for the 8-inch, which is still incredible value, and $10.99 for those 6-inch ones there.
Oh right, okay, yeah, I've got it.
Awesome for making a huge sort of hedge or blockage, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Now, I've seen, the best I've ever seen, I was actually the first person to really start selling them to farmers and things for windbreaks, and I saw a guy grow them 7 meters in 3 years, your Leighton's green cypress, 7 meters in 3 years. They are very fast. What they like is no grass or weeds around the bottom, regular doses of Osmocote, a little bit of water in the summer, and you can grow them several meters in a year. Like they'll probably grow up 2 meters in a year. They're amazing growers. So they're probably the fastest growing conifer in the world. So your Leighton's green cypress, very, very fast, very easy to grow. They'll take wind, they'll take heat, they'll take frost, they'll take all different situations. Don't like swampy situations though, but Leighton's green cypress, very, very fast, very tough, very easy to grow. And these big ones here are $12.99, and these other big ones here are $10.99. So 6-inch, $10.99. So 6-inch, 8-inch, $12.99. So how are we going with the auction?
Well, no, let's not talk about. Let's get through the last few items because we're down to the wire now. So let's get through these last few items, and we're going to put all of our attention on the auction. But for those of you who are wondering, there is an auction running in the background.
This beautiful weeping cherry, valued at $700, is being bid up to $340. That's still half price.
It's crazy. Let's finish the sale items, and we're going to focus our last few minutes on that sale, which ends in 12 minutes.
So a snow maiden Indian hawthorn, reduced from $14.99. Look at that beautiful big plant. Had a guy come in, buy a whole load of them this morning to go put around a restaurant. So the best value for money evergreen in the whole place. and they are just $11.99, reduced from $14.99.
And they make a fantastic hedge too.
Yeah.
As our friend down at the Essendon Airport will tell you.
Now here we've got a Hakuro Nishiki variegated willow. Now before you saw a standard weeping one, now you could easily train this yourself into a standard weeper. These ones here are just for $12.99. So $12.99, this is 1/10 the price of a ready-made. Bring out that ready-made weeper, and you can save yourself, by doing this, you can save yourself $100 and something. No, weeping one of these. Yeah. So what it is, if you staked this up and trimmed it up, you could grow, this standard here is $149.99, and this untrained one, this wild one here is just $12.99. Imagine you could get this in your garden, trim it and shape it, and you could grow yourself a $149.99 standard, and these standards look $1 million, or you could just enjoy it as a bushy hedge, a bushy feature, keep it trimmed up. Amazing white and pink foliage in the springtime, and Hakuro Nishiki willow, $12.99, down from $16.99.
Alright, it is our Growers Direct flash sales. We get to the last few items here and we'll check out how the auction's going.
Right, here we've got the Waterhousia Weeping Lily Pilly, reduced from $1.99 to $99.99, $89.99, $89.99. Now these Weeping Lily Pillies, they're tough, they're fast, they're easy to grow. The bugs don't worry them too much. They really are a good plant to grow. And if you're after a fast hedge, I've seen them grow when you're well watered and well fertilised. I've seen people grow them 1.5 meters a year. So it'd be nothing to have him up nearly 3 meters tall a year from now. Fast and tough, weeping lily pillies, and that's just $89.99 for a nice big bushy 12-inch pot.
Excellent. All right, we get to the last few items here of the sale.
Now our supplier of pots is going out. He's closing up his shop, and he's doing some really cheap deals. Here you've got a set of 5. These ones here are called the egg platter. They're in a very trendy black colour, and you get 5 great big pots. 5 great big pots for what you'd expect to pay for 1 great big pot. You'd get, they're normally $509.95 for a set. These are just available in store. You have to come in and pick them up yourself, and they're reduced down to $254.98. Now have a look at this big pot here. Let's show them this big pot. So look at this big pot here. Look at the size of that. Now you'd expect to pay a couple of $100 for that. So in a way, you're almost getting the other 5 pots for free. And like this one here is still pretty big. So $254.99 is an incredible deal. People have been walking in and just taking these out by the set, no worries. So Garden Light Egg Platter reduced from $509.95 to $254.98.
Excellent, and we got to stress that these are in-store only for the pots. So if you want to get this pot set at 50% off as part of this Growers Direct Flash Sale, it is an in-store only deal. All right, 2 more products to go, and then we're going to check out how that auction's going. Welcome to the Growers Direct Flash Sale. Thank you so much for joining us as we get these items up here.
So here we've got a Seychelles Congo White. I love the Seychelles. It's what it's got. It's got a beautiful sort of horizontal rib on it, and it's got a lovely sort of tapered shape on it. Very sort of trendy, smart and modern. I can imagine this with a lovely climate coming over here, some nice foliage here. You could use this for decorating the al fresco or decorating around the pool. And it's a set of 3, reduced from $399.97 down to reduced from $399 down to $199.99, and you got 2 really nice big pots. So you could decorate your al fresco area, you could decorate your around the pool with a really smart, trendy looking pot. 3 of them for just under $200. So Seychelles Congo White, available in store, half price, buy and buy the set.
Yep, in store only. Get them at 50% off as part of this Growers Direct Flash Sale. And we check out the last item here on the sale. Looks great in planter boxes. Tropical plants inside of these look amazing around the swimming pool. You name it, these pot set prices will not last. We won't be able to do deals like this forever, will we, Chris?
No. It's only while this clearance is going on we've got some crazy pot deals.
Yeah, so 50% off pots in store only is just madness.
So here we are, the LimeCrete Egg Pot White. Now I love this pot. This pot here, what's interesting about it, it's got no hole in it. So if you want to grow plants outdoors, you have to drill a hole in it. But if you want to have plants indoors or maybe on a deck or something like that, what you can do is just drop your plastic pot inside, and when they need watering, lift them out, put them in the laundry trough, give them a good soak, let them drip dry overnight, pop them back in here, and if it drips at all, it's not going to drip on your carpet because there is no hole here. So these are a safe pot to put on the carpet, and they're smart and trendy. I helped one of my relatives decorate their house with these, and they looked in a very, very smart flash house, and we used these all through the house, and we used them because they weren't going to drip on the carpet. It was a good safe pot, and anyway, these are also a really safe price. They're not going to send you broke. A whole set of 3, and they're good. The big one's a good size pot. You can fit like a 5-foot indoor plant in there, no worries. You could fit a sort of 3 or 4 foot indoor plant in this, and maybe a 3-foot indoor plant in this. So they're a good size pot, and they're reduced from $249.97 to $124.98. So $124.98, and you've got a set of 3 very smart looking pots that have no holes. Really great to do indoors, but drill a hole and you can put them outside. But even on the deck, you may not want them dripping on the deck. These are not going to drip, but what you do is you put your plastic pot in there and you take it out to water it, so you don't get a big lot of stagnant water in the bottom. So LimeCrete Egg Pot White reduced from $249.97 to $124.98.
All right, and that concludes the Growers Direct flash sale items. We're going to now check out how that auction's going, Chris. So I'll pull it up on the screen behind you there. This might be a bit delayed on my end.
So we're in the closing stages. We've got this beautiful big weeping cherry. This is a $700 weeping cherry, a $700 weeping cherry, cascading down 1.5 meters. It's in a 150 litre pot. The trunk is as thick as my wrist, but no tattoos on it. Beautiful, beautiful big white blossom in spring. This is a really beautiful weeping cherry. If you came into store, you could buy one of these for $700, but right now at auction, how much is it going for? It's going for
just $400.
$404.90. Now you could whack 10 cents, just keep whacking 10 cents on this, and it just could be yours. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to knock it down, going once, going twice, going 3 times in a few minutes.
That's right. We've got 4 minutes to go.
So 4 minutes to go, and this will be going. This will be going. The reserve was 10 cents. So anything over 10 cents, and this was gone.
Maybe just tell us. You've told us a bit about it, haven't you? What else can we talk about?
It's a white weeping cherry. It has beautiful. This is probably my favourite variety of weeping cherry because it gets a beautiful big head. If you can trim it off. You can trim it off sort of halfway to the ground, or you can allow it to grow all the way to the ground. It'll have fabulous it has fabulous autumn colour. I find that this particular weeping cherry stands up to the heat better than most varieties. I'm probably the #1 seller of weeping cherries in for the last 30 odd years in Melbourne, and this is one of my favourites. It has beautiful autumn colour, beautiful blossom in spring, and a lovely, some of them don't have very symmetrical shape. Without you doing too much work, you've got a beautiful symmetrical shape. Now the grower that grows this grew this in the ground for 4 or 5 years, got a lovely thick trunk on it, then dug it up, put it in the pot, established it in the pot, and then put it out, and it's a $700 weeping maple. And right now it's going for $436.79. Because we've only got $5 increments, it's not going to suddenly spike up to 800 or 900, although I wish it would.
All right, I put a timer on the screen, Chris, so we can watch it now coming down. So 2 minutes 40.
There's only $5 increments, and the reason why we did that is we wanted people to have a chance to get a cheap deal. But not too cheap, not too cheap. Cheap deal, but not too cheap. That's what we want. So it's not going to suddenly spike up to $700 because it's only $5 increments. And how many minutes have we got left to go? And I'll be going once.
It's up on the screen, Chris.
Going twice.
Chris, look at the screen.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the screen.
$447.
And I got to update that, but there's your timer, set a timer in the top right.
Right, okay, and
on the
I don't,
screen.
and at the rate it's going, it's not even going to make it to $500,
No, I don't think it
which
will.
is a bit of a disappointment, isn't it?
Who knows? It could 2 minutes to go.
Somebody's going to get it for under $500.
Well, that's pretty good. It's a good
$700
deal.
weeping cherry for under $500. Wow.
That is a very good deal.
And then see the white blossom has the most beautiful white blossom. Weeping,
Yeah, it's a really beautiful one.
yeah.
Let's have a look. The cameras are not even showing us what the
Let's
time
get it out.
is.
Let's see if we can get another $5
we get
on
that
this thing. Let's get out and have a good look. Have a good
Screen?
look at
Okay.
it. Look at it.
Yeah, there you go. Beauty. Yeah, thank you for that.
Let's have a look at this. The most magnificent weeping cherry you'll ever see. You'll be crying if you don't. You'll be the one doing the
minute to
weeping
go.
if you don't buy
1.5
this cherry.
minutes.
I reckon you should whack another $5 on it, because otherwise you'll be the one doing the weeping. This is a weeping cherry, but you could wind up weeping yourself. You could have said, it's going to go for under $500. That's
Wow,
100%
refresh.
sure.
That's not getting. That's not live. Hang on. It doesn't. I have to refresh it manually. What are we looking at? There you go. 165.
165. So it's definitely like we've only got a minute or so left. It's definitely going to go for under
500.
for
Yeah, you
under
got 55
$500,
seconds to go.
which is a bit of a disappointment for me, but good for the buyer.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, and there is a delay obviously on our social media platforms, so make sure you put in the right bid to get your winning bid
So
in there.
luckily
$5
we've done it in $5 bids. Otherwise, it would zoom up to $700. But everyone's got a good chance of getting a cheap weeping cherry. You could put in as little as 10 cents, and if you're the last one, you've got it.
All right, Emma's the highest bidder at the moment.
Yeah, but somebody could put in an extra 10 cents on that, and they might just snap it up, because how long have we got,
20
Emily?
seconds.
20 seconds.
Or we'll do a countdown.
So what have we got? I want to slam this down 3 times.
Here we go. All right, we'll count down. 10, 9, 8, 7,
So going once.
6,
What's the price?
5,
Going twice.
4, 3,
400. Hey, is that the final bid?
It's a timed bid.
475.
Wait, just wait. No, hang on, wait. You got to look at the site, yeah.
Follow the final one.
No, it'll come up here. It'll show on here.
Oh, yeah.
Is that it?
Someone who wants that, put it in the last point.
Is that the... Hang on, we don't know yet. It will say the winner.
So we need to follow the last final one.
Emma was over time.
That might be it. Who is it? 482.50. What? Who is it? Annie. Okay. Oh my gosh, did you get it? Is that no? Okay.
Emma and Annie.
They were fighting. Okay, Annie, if you're watching, you're the winner. My goodness. Hasn't updated on our end here yet. So the winning, wait, still not at, is that, are you sure that's the one? Because it's still going up on my end.
Hey, just quietly do one of these for this guy here. Do one for him. We'll pick up.
No, it's on a time. So whatever it was
at
at that time should have been the winner.
But don't make
All right,
it
we're
public.
figuring it out, guys. But I think we got the winner.
He came in and gave it a real good go.
All right, Chris, what's the verdict?
So 482.70
Was the winner at that time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
cool.
And we knocked it down. We knocked it down right at the end there. It went right to people went crazy at the end.
People went
their
crazy.
$5 but I was right. It went for under $500. So the person has got a really good deal. They've got themselves a $700 maple for $482.70.
That's it. All right, so Annie, if you're watching, you're the winner.
And we've all had a bit of fun.
That's right. It was all a bit of fun, and so we do. Annie, we'll reach out to you, and
yeah. And now, if Annie doesn't pay in 24 hours, the next biggest bidder gets
bidder.
it. Yeah. So
Yeah, I
Annie's
saw
got
Mary Ann was in there going
You
for
got 24
it.
hours to pay, and
Yeah.
now I think it's time. You got any good Bogan music?
No, but we could do it without mute. We could do a little Bogan jig, I reckon. Why not?
I think I got my.
Why don't have the 3 punch?
Oh, I did 3 punches.
He did the 3 punches.
So we can do it again. Here we are. Going once for Going once for 482.70. Going twice for 482.70. Gone for 482.70. Bang! And I might just hang on. We'll just do a little. Let's say we do a little Bogan music. What is Bogan music?
It's sort of like Akadaka. AC/DC would be Bogan music, but we can't play that because we'll get copyright strike. So I reckon we just do silent Bogan dancing. What do you reckon?
Like Dirty Deeds. Evelyn, Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap.
No, we can't play any.
Oh.
Yeah, because we get a copyright strike. I reckon we just do a little.
Put
little
something
boogie.
on. Yeah, that's tuned into this one here. Put some free music on.
Hang on 1 sec. Are you able to take us off YouTube? Because then we can do it. Just take us off YouTube, and then keep us on everything else. All right, let's see if we can do that.
So here we are. We're going to.
Dirty Deeds.
A lot of people don't know how the real Bogan moves. Normally it's a beer can in one hand and you're kind of moving with the beer can like that, yeah. So you reckon?
Can you?
Oh no. Is it? Alright, we're off YouTube. Yeah.
And then you need to say again if the winner in the 24-hour pay.
Yeah, that's right. So the winner has to pay within 24 hours, or the second highest bidder goes to.
That's it. All right, so a bit of Bogan rocking.
Okay, so thank you for coming to our Grow and Wreck flash sale. We've got a winner for this fabulous cherry. The $700 cherry went off for $482.70. And
if they don't come through with the goods within 24 hours, goes to the second highest bidder.
Now have a look up here. This is, you scan this QR code here and you go to our 100 fabulous specials, which includes a fabulous range of Bougainvilleas. That's right, so fabulous range of 10 different Bougainvilleas, and then 90 other fabulous specials, all really, really great prices. Free delivery over most of Victoria. You could come into the store, you could see a great bargain and ring up the staff here and order it over the phone, use your credit card, or go online, buy it online. And when you go online, we've got Afterpay, and what's the other one, 4 Squares or something?
PayPal. PayPal
you got, but what's that? 4.
PayPal in 4.
Yeah, PayPal in 4 and Afterpay, so you can easily afford to get your garden together. And when you spend over $399, you got free delivery over most of Victoria, all the way to Traralgon, all the way up to Shepparton, Bendigo, Ballarat, and down to Geelong and the Surf Coast. So free delivery over most of Victoria, $399. And also, if you're coming in store, a great range of giveaways. You've got, if you spend over $299, you get a $100 gardenia or an amazing ginkgo with golden foliage about 6 foot tall as a freebie. It's worth $100. If you spend $399, you get a $150 weeping cherry, the little brother of this fella here, $150 weeping cherry, or a beautiful English box ball worth 150 bucks. And if you spend over $1,000, if you're doing a whole big garden, you spend over $1,000, we chuck in a $400, your choice, a $400 teddy bear magnolia, the most, an advanced one, about this tall, a teddy bear magnolia, valued at $400 for free, or a great big grafted Senkaku maple with red stems, beautiful pink and orange foliage, fabulous tree, valued at $400. So imagine that, come in here, get free delivery. We also do free garden designs, and you can get this free tree when you're spending $1,000. It is the best time of year to buy, and we're the best nursery with the biggest and the best offers. So scan in your QR code, get down here this weekend, get online, and if you go online, spend over $100, we've got a beautiful $30 gardenia for free. So there we are. Amazing
offers, amazing deals.
Yeah,
can't go wrong. It's a win-win for everybody.
And we're the only nursery with a Bogan gorilla
in the world.
Yeah, in the world.
I'd say.
Yeah, that's right. There's no other Bogan. They're very rare, the Bogan gorillas.
All right. Congratulations to Annie. Mrs. Bond says, I'm Annie. Leonard says, congrats. Lol. Are you all right, Annie? Just some comments we missed in the comment section there. Very fun indeed. All right, well, thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll see you next week with another Growers Direct Flash Sale.
Who knows what we'll be doing, or where we'll be going, or how it'll turn out.
No one knows, I don't think.
Or what we'll be... We don't even know what we're doing.
Nah, that's all right.
No.
All right, see y'all.